Catholic Charities serving Central Washington presents Raising Hope. And now the President and CEO of Catholic Charities serving Central Washington, Darlene Darnell.
Thank you for joining us for our Raising Hope event. I'm Darlene Darnell, President and CEO of Catholic Charities serving Central Washington. For the past 36 years, I've been honored to be part of Catholic Charities and see the life-changing impact on the lives of children and families, especially those most in need in our local communities. Tonight, we are excited to share about our work in the greater Yakima area. Please welcome Most Reverend Joseph Tyson, Bishop of the Diocese of Yakima, who will offer our blessing.
Peace be with you, and friends, welcome to this celebration of the work of Catholic Charities, where we serve so many all across Central Washington. We serve expectant moms, expectant dads. We help the elderly remain in their homes. Catholic Charities brings hope to life throughout Central Washington by assisting people at every point in the life cycle. Catholic Charities is doing the work of the Church by reaching out in your name. So join me in answering Christ's call to serve one another generously through the work of Catholic Charities. Let us pause now and ask for God's blessing as we begin this virtual event. Loving and gracious God, we ask your blessing on our Catholic Charities virtual gathering this day. In this time of COVID, we ask you to keep close to the heart of your Son, Jesus, the many medical and service personnel caring for the sick and the needy. Especially strengthen those sharing the vaccine and attending to the overall health of our community. Bless the over 400 women and men who serve at Catholic Charities here in Central Washington. These last months during COVID have been trying for those we serve and challenging for those to whom we extend care. Assist everyone. Assist our Catholic Charities personnel as they bring Christ's hope to life through our ministries and services up in the Wenatchee Valley, across the Columbia Basin, in the Yakima Valley, in the Tri-Cities and beyond. We entrust to your loving providence those we serve through family support, mental and behavioral health care, counseling, as well as basic material need. In the eyes of those we serve, we see the face of your Son, Jesus. Help us all imitate him. We ask especially your blessing on the many donors and benefactors who, motivated by the love of Christ, bring Christ's hope to life in the lives of those we serve through their generous sharing of gifts of time, treasure, and talent. We ask all this in the name of the one you send us, who is our source of hope, your Son and our Savior, Jesus Christ, our Lord. Amen.
I invite you to ask yourself, what hope means to you? To me, hope creates expectation with confidence, and it allows us to look ahead on our journey for something positive to happen. Research indicates that hope can even help us manage stress and anxiety and cope with trauma. Hope has a way of linking our past and our future, and it gives us a vision of what can happen. Have you ever seen a flower grow out of a crack in the concrete or peek out of under a rock? That's a picture of hope. At Catholic Charities, we have the privilege of bringing hope to life for those most in need every day in communities throughout Central Washington. With your help, we bring hope to families like Tomas and Sandra, who are struggling to give their 4 children a safe home, a backyard where they can play, and a place where they can make memories. To Chelsea, a young woman graduating from high school after 10 years in foster care, the confidence she needs to take the next steps, apply for college, and find housing so that she never again has to couch surf. To Jacob and Katie, who lost their jobs during the pandemic and needed help paying rent, so they had a home to bring their newborn son to. To Maria, a pregnant teenager feeling isolated and alone, by providing the love and encouragement of a family companion and home visitor who will walk with her through her pregnancy and those tough first years of being a mom. to 94-year-old Emma, whose family is spread across the country and unable to give her rides to medical appointments and the grocery store. And to Annie, a young adult dealing with depression and anxiety who struggles just to get out of bed in the morning. Today, learn how you can join us in bringing hope to life.
Hello, I'm Anurvia Fan, Vice President and Chief Operating Officer of Catholic Charities serving Central Washington. So many things in life come full circle. As I reflect on my role with Catholic Charities and my desire to live our mission, I recall the first time I connected with Catholic Charities. It was not for a job interview. As a first-generation son of migrant parents, I knew poverty all too well. I was truly blessed with a loving home nurtured by parents who devoted their efforts to putting food on our table and a roof over our heads. Needless to say, anything outside of that was a luxury. The first Christmas that I can recall with a tree and wrapped presents was when our family was picked to receive a Christmas basket through our local parish in collaboration with Catholic Charities. I remember the snowy drive to our parish and seeing boxes being loaded into the pickup and getting home and the emotion my sisters and I had as we dug through things. The centerpiece to it all was a 4-foot artificial Christmas tree and a couple boxes of ornaments. We quickly set up the tree, and it set the tone in my life for knowing things will get better. If you have hope, things will continue to move ahead. As my family grew more financially secure, we had a bigger tree, but my mom always found a place for that little tree because it meant so much to us when all we had was hope. Things often come full circle, and now I find myself working for the same organization that gave my family hope all of those years ago. I truly believe in our mission. I believe that the work that we do at Catholic Charities changes lives, and those changes are born from the hopes and dreams that families share with us in their time of need.
All of the Catholic Charities success stories you'll hear about tonight would not be possible without your support. Please help us continue our important mission by making a donation. Just log on to www.raisinghope2021.com and give what you can. Thank you.
The birth of a child is the birth of hope. Pregnancy in the first few years of a child's life can be overwhelming for families facing unplanned pregnancies and those without the support of family. Catholic Charities supports the gift of life through Prepares. Trained family companions walk alongside moms and dads to provide friendship and support, and when needed, to help with basic needs such as diapers, wipes, and clothing. Prepares doesn't just bring hope to the families it serves. It also gives volunteers like Siri the opportunity to live out their faith by walking the journey with families. Listen as Jessica describes how her relationship with Siri brings her family hope.
My last pregnancy ultrasound, they found out something was wrong with her kidneys, but I was told everything was going to be fine as soon as she's born. When she was 12 days old, we went to the ER because Iris wasn't looking right. They told us we have to admit her to Seattle Children's because something was wrong because the way she was born of her kidneys. And they're like, you know what, Iris is very sick. We have to induce her to coma. We have to do a blood infusion. We need to do everything possible, make her everything we can in our hands for her to survive. It was really darkest place for us. Before we never thought that we needed help, that we needed at least emotional help, we needed support. That's when Siri came up to our lives, and Siri has changed our life. She's been helping me since the day I met her.
What I feel I can offer to our families is compassion, a listening ear. I always pray for them. And I feel that I can help them sometimes. They just don't know where to turn. And I can help them with resources. I can give them ideas that sometimes they have not yet thought of.
Every time when something goes wrong, every time when I get bad news, every time when Iris is gonna have a procedure or my other son gets sick, God sends her a message and say, hey, call Jessica because she needs you.
There's so many times with our families that something will happen, and I just know it's the Holy Spirit working, that He will give me the nudge to, maybe you should give somebody a call. Maybe you need to do this. And if I learn to follow those nudges, I find out that there was a reason for it.
Every time I need her, she calls me. She's like, hey, Jessica, I've been thinking about you. And I tell her I need prayers, and she prays for me. And just her simple prayer makes my heart feel better.
I do believe that we bring hope to life. I tried to be encouraging to her. I was telling her, you can do this. And she said, nobody has ever told me that. All she heard was negativity. And I believe we can bring that positive hope to them.
Siri brought in a lot of light to our house, a lot of light. We were in a dark place, and Siri, as I told me the whole time, was like, do you want me to call you in the mornings, every morning, or in the nights? And I tell her, whenever you want. And I'm like, because I think I need you almost every day. I need someone to talk to, someone I could bring out my feelings, and she is part of our family now. She came into our world just to make our lives better. Even when we were going through a hardest time with my daughter, Iris.
Hi, my name is Jeff Peterson, and I'm a member of the Board of Trustees for Catholic Charities of Central Washington. To me, hope is when you wake up in the morning, your thoughts should be about how I'm going to make a positive impact on the world. They shouldn't be burdened by where's my next meal going to come from, or if my home's going to be taken away from me today. I'm a member of the board because my wife and I have been really moved by the impact on those that are on the margins in our society and the impact that the pandemic has had on them. So our big issues are food insecurity, housing insecurity, and elder insecurity. Catholic Charities addresses those needs. Won't you please consider joining me in supporting Catholic Charities' mission? We're motivated by Christ's love. We bring hope to life, especially for those most in need. The only reason we are able to accomplish so much is because of your help. Please log on to the website at the bottom of the screen and consider making a donation. Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate your time and financial support.
Have you ever sat back and watched a child play? When you do, it's easy to see that play is a lot more than having fun. Play is the work of children. It is the way they learn. Children who are encouraged to be active and creative explorers become independent, self-confident learners. But children in low-income families are at a greater risk of impaired brain development. In fact, a recent study showed that preschoolers living in poverty hear 30 million fewer words than their middle-class peers. Every child deserves the best possible start in life. At Catholic Charities, we're preparing kids for a lifetime of learning through our innovative early learning programs. At 8 Catholic Charities affordable housing sites, Creative Kids is offering preschoolers the chance to learn through play while providing parents with the knowledge, skills, and resources they need to nurture their child's development. I invite you to leave adulthood behind for a few minutes and watch children play and learn at Santa Marta Plaza in George.
To build healthy communities, it starts with the children. It starts with very, very healthy, happy, developmentally sound children. The Creative Kids model was designed specifically to support and enhance children and their caregivers in their home environment. The approach that we use is to educate, serve, and support. What Creative Kids offers parents is an opportunity to just be curious, an opportunity to have resources and materials that they wouldn't otherwise get unless they went into a kindergarten classroom or a formal preschool early learning environment. The parents want their children to be happy and healthy and ready for the world, to face challenges. They want them to be able to walk into a classroom and know what to do so that they can eliminate some of the pressures and the barriers and the stress that impairs learning. And so we really hope to engage in these partnerships so that parents learn to support children to love learning, to engage in grown-ups and adults, the school systems, community partners, other children to develop these social skills that are needed for successful pathways, for successful living. Our opportunity with Catholic Charities is to bring in some of that hope, is to bring in some of those pathways for success. What I know about hope is that it reduces feelings of helplessness. It increases happiness, and it reduces stress. It also improves quality of life. But really what hope means to me is that I'm alive, that I'm able to dream, that God's presence is in my life, and that here at Catholic Charities, we're giving hope to life, to those most in need. And they prosper. Their demeanor changes, their interaction with their children changes, their interaction with the community changes, and therefore their relationships with their children are stronger. When we are looking for a positive outcome or a successful exchange or a powerful impact on families and children, we see that when we see a family stand up taller, when we see their smile get bigger, when we see their eyes seem brighter when they see us coming, or when they're eager to see what the next activity might look like. What will my child get to learn today? What am I doing that is great in the life of my child? Because you're giving me some tools, you're giving me some hope, you're giving me some resource, you're giving me some attention that I haven't had in a really long time as a mom.
Good evening, my name is Tony Klein. In addition to being a resident of Yakima for over 35 years, I've had the privilege of being Division Director for Banner Bank in Central Washington for the past 21 years. Banner Bank is proud to be the diamond sponsor of this year's Raising Hope virtual event. We've been partners with Catholic Charities for many years, starting in 2005 with the original Garden Gala. Here at Banner Bank, we live by the guiding principle of doing the right thing. Doing the right thing means doing the right thing for our clients, doing the right thing for our employees, and doing the right thing for our community. In many ways, our mission mirrors that of Catholic Charities. In a nutshell, improving the lives of the people who live in our communities. In preparation for this event, I was asked the question, what does hope mean to me? The first word that came to mind was opportunity. Hope provides opportunity. Catholic Charities provides both hope and opportunity through a number of programs and services they provide to people throughout our community. Whether it's affordable housing, helping a family become financially stable, the first step in becoming an active and contributing part of our community, or helping a family learn how to deal with tough behavioral issues through behavioral management and education, or the opportunity to help a new family coming to our community, becoming engaged and learning the resources available here. Catholic Charities does all of this and much, much more. I'm asking you to join me, my family, and Banner Bank in supporting Catholic Charities and all their efforts here in Central Washington. Thank you.
Thank you to all of our generous sponsors who are making the 2021 Raising Hope event possible. Banner Bank, Dr. John and Priscilla Cadwell, Burroughs Tractor, McCurley Integrity Dealerships, Clifton Larson Allen, Leverage Hunt and Company, MC Lundgren, National Equity Fund, Abbott's Printing, Abeta Nelson Injury Law, The Field Group, Elephant Car Wash, Stokes Lawrence.
Transitioning from the carefree teenage years into adulthood is never easy. But when you're coming out of foster care and you don't have parents to teach you the ins and outs of being an adult, the transition can be overwhelming. Catholic Charities is a beacon of hope. Group training and one-on-one coaching helps young adults continue their education, train for employment, and develop critical life skills. Allie found the help she needed to leave her painful past behind. Listen as she shares where she came from and how her hopes and dreams are coming true.
Catholic Charities taught me how to be an adult. It sounds funny, but I had no idea how to be an adult, how to be responsible, and I had no one to teach me what I needed to know. My mom started using drugs when she was 12 years old. My dad left us when I was 5. Some kids are afraid of CPS, but if CPS hadn't come, I don't know where we'd be. My siblings and I lived with family members for a while, and then were in and out of foster homes. Different types of people, and different lifestyles. We had to grow up way too fast. I became a mom to my 2 younger brothers and my sister. We formed a bond that no one can break. My teens were rough, and I got kicked out by family I was living with and ran away with my boyfriend. When I came back, I was behind at school, and no one thought I would be able to graduate. But I was determined. I made up the credits and graduated on time. I came from a family of addicts, but I didn't want that. I needed to continue my education, but didn't know how to go about it. There are so many things in life that you need your parents for, but what happens when you don't have parents you can rely upon? For the past 6 years, Catholic Charities has been there for me, showing me how to live independently. They helped me find the help that was available and showed me how to go about getting it. They helped with things like vouchers for clothing and gas. For 2 years, I commuted to Ellensburg, where I am majoring in construction safety at Central. Catholic Charities helped me get my own apartment near campus so I don't have to commute, and now I have more time for school. In foster homes, you have no choice. Now I'm the one making the calls. I'm looking for an internship and thinking about the life I'll have when I graduate. I want to build a home and become a foster parent so that someday I can be there for kids like me who have no one. No matter how bad a situation you're in, every kid wants to be with their mom. But at some point, I realized that the life my mom had was not what I wanted. I've never stopped loving my mom, and I keep asking her, how long do you think you can survive living like this? With the help of Catholic Charities, I've learned that I can love my mom, but choose a different life for myself. I've learned to be responsible, take charge of my future, yet be willing to reach out when I need help. Being an adult doesn't mean you have all the answers. Being an adult means that you know where you are headed and have the determination you need to get there.
The Catholic Charity success stories you are hearing about tonight would not be possible without your support. Please help us continue our important mission by making a donation. Just log on to www.raisinghope2021.com and give what you can. Thank you.
My name is Martha Ramirez. I am a member of the Catholic Charities Board of Trustees. I joined the board at Catholic Charities because I saw firsthand the impact that this organization has in the community. A few years ago, my younger sister was going through some mental health issues that kind of came out of nowhere, surprised us all, and was very difficult for us to know how to handle. It got to the point where I really didn't recognize my little sister anymore. She was lost in her own head, and I didn't know how to help her. Our parents didn't know how to help her, and we sought help. She specifically went to a couple different organizations looking for answers, looking for a way out. And a couple years later, we still had no answers. And it wasn't until she came to Catholic Charities that we started seeing changes. After years of seeing no progress, no way forward, no way out, here we were at Catholic Charities and we finally had hope. To me, a hope is that motivation or that fire that can pull us out of darkness, that can inspire us to take the steps that we need to take to move forward. Seeing the impact that Catholic Charities had in my own family member's life just motivates me to be a part of that, to be a part of the organization that brought so much hope in my life. I hope you'll join me in supporting Catholic Charities' mission in bringing hope to life.
Everyone knows that being a parent is a hard job, but just how hard is often something you don't understand until you become one. Marlene wanted to be a mother for a long time before she adopted Michael when he was 5 days old. By the time he was 18 months, Michael was an independent child who didn't want help with anything he tried to do. When his defiance and violent outbursts became more than she could handle, Marlene reached out for help. Michael and Marlene began working with Enrique, one of Catholic Charity's seasoned child and family therapists. Listen as Marlene explains the hope that Enrique brought to their lives.
The challenges started about two years, about 24 months. There were certain things that started to happen that just didn't make sense. When I realized I needed help with Michael was when his well-being was at risk. So I reached out and got a counselor. That really helped. And then besides that, when I found Enrique at Catholic Child Services, Michael developed a sense of belonging. The relationship between Enrique and Michael, it's a friendship and it's solid. It's a commitment. And I think that because of the commitment that Enrique's given Michael, Michael's learned to trust and realizes that people just don't go away and they're not going to walk away from you. They're going to be there for you. It took time though. We'd have to work on the same thing over and over and over again. And it's exhausting, but it doesn't matter. It's, you love your children, and I love Michael, and I was just willing to go through it. Enrique was really great with some tools that he gave me in ways that I could respond to Michael when Michael would do things that were inappropriate or not polite or, mean even at times. But Enrique gave me tools to deal with that. And even though times got really, really rough with Michael throughout this whole process, Enrique was always there to whatever issue I was dealing with, to be able to support me as well as Michael. And I watched Michael change. Like, this is not the same child at 3 that I have now at 12. But I could see a change in Michael probably within the first year of being with Enrique, and that is what gave me hope. And because of the help he's gotten here with Catholic Charities, I believe that Michael has become a wonderful young adult and believe that he will be successful in his life. I have no doubt because of the way he is now.
Hello, my name is Bridget Chavilicek. I followed the example set by my father, who is a longtime supporter of Catholic Charities in Spokane. Catholic Charities does such great work to focus on the needs of people at the most basic levels, whether that is in providing affordable housing, mental health care, or supporting people across the age span. God, with such great wisdom, calls us to bring hope to others. What does hope mean to me? Hope is the idea that we all work together to bring about the beautiful plans that God has for every single person. By working together, we can truly bring hope to life. I invite you to join me in answering God's call to serve our neighbors by giving to Catholic Charities. Catholic Charities has done great work here, and we will continue this great work with your help. Please log on to the website at the bottom of the screen to make your donation, and please continue to hold Catholic Charities in your prayers as we bring hope to life. Thank you for your time and your support.
Catholic Charities serving Central Washington provides help and creates hope for nearly 50,000 children, adults, families, and seniors each year, regardless of religious, social, or economic backgrounds. Catholic Charities serves all in need in our communities and brings hope to life to those who